Poets Day, Wivenhoe Mayfair by Damien Bell. A fair can be a wondrous thing for bringing folk together. In England, though, we're always at the mercy of the weather and fights with drunken hooligans on motorbikes in leather. In Wivenhoe, in years gone by, there was a quaint tradition for folks to gather on the green, all on a simple mission, to listen there to music, drink and lounge in prone position. Alas, the Mayfair was closed down in 2012 for fear of future violence by the yobs who breached the peace that year. For summoning the boys in blue, the council won't endear. Our Mervin, once a stalwart of the Mayfair in its day, decides it now should be brought back in a respectful way. But this forgets our Dr. Don and what he'll have to say. Okay, so that's Mrs. Freak's windows cleaned, Reverend Thumper Twizzle's collection of antique 19th century prayer books rebound, and the skate ramps for Miss Otto's first year production of Starlight Express erected and, well, nearly up to code. An easy start to the morning. So now I should just be able to sneak in an episode of Button Moon before it's time for the daily routine to begin with preparing Donny's noontime breakfast.
And about time too, Mervin.
Donny, you're up! And before the sun's over the yardarm, what's the matter?
What's the matter? What's the matter, he says, as if he doesn't know full well how he has cruelly and most maliciously schemed against my well-earned rest.
But Donny, you haven't been out of the house for 3 weeks.
I'll live the life of the mind, as well you know, Mervin. For me, the outside world is but a place of fripperies and tawdry distractions from my journey within my uttermost soul to perceive through my inner eye where springs the true reality of poetic thought.
Blimey, Donny. Wait, you don't mean you've written a poem?
A what? Well, no, not so much written. But it would not be overstating the point to go as far as to say I've cogitated upon the thought of the conception of a notion of the formulation of an idea.
Well, that's wonderful news. What's it about?
Well, it's, well, to couch it in simplistic terms, it's, in broad strokes, to give a general idea, it's along the lines of, don't change the subject.
Donny, from what?
Well, from whatever it was I was rudely awakened from my slumber by, the matter of which I have yet to rebuke you upon.
And what was that?
What? Oh, yes, this morning, Mervin. And note my use of the regrettable term, morning. This very morning I was brought rudely from the arms of Queen Mab by the lamentable and most inconsiderate knocking upon our door of not one, not two, but 3 separate persons wishing to converse with you on an unyet disclosed matter. You will, I think, understand, therefore, the immense frustration of the situation in which I find myself, out of repose, before the pubs are even open. What's it all about, Merv? I demand an explanation for this incredible behaviour.
Well, who was it that called round?
Oh, people. Am I expected to know every Tom, Dick and Hieronymus who comes calling out of the blue?
I was hoping it might be Tom and Emma, or Mike, Trevor and Lucy, or Dave, or Anthony, Jim, Simon, Jenny, Barry, Les, Pete, Big Pete, Little Pete, or Mary.
Oh?
Or Nigel, or Anne, or Chloe, Katie, Michael, Ed, Dan, Daniel, Danny, or Dan.
You already said Dan.
No, the other Dan.
Oh?
Or Oscar, Abby, Joanne, Joanna, Lindsay, Jonathan, Sean, Stephen, or Bob.
What about Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John?
Don't know them.
Which speaks volumes about your lack of moral rectitude. What about John, Paul, George and Ringo?
Who? Oh, yeah, I see. Well, it seemed a bit presumptive to ask, and I haven't got a Ouija board.
Arse, did you say? So you admit that you invited these interlopers to visit upon us?
Of course. They're all part of the lineup for the Mayfair.
The what?
The Mayfair.
The what?
The Mayfair.
I'm going to stop you there, Mervin, as I feel this is becoming unhelpfully circuitous.
The Mayfair, Donny. The Mayfair. The fair in May that I've been organising for the last 12 months.
And when were you going to tell me about it?
Tell you about it? I've talked to you about nothing else for the past 6 weeks.
Oh?
Have you not heard a word I've said in all that time?
When?
Donny, this is too much.
But Merv, a Mayfair? Now? After all these years? Why haven't we angered the gods enough?
No, it'll be beautiful, man. A whole community of people of all ages, backgrounds and shoe sizes, coming together in peace and harmony in England's green and pleasant lands, fields of meadow fruitfulness and all that.
That's autumn.
Oh, whatever. The point is, it'll be cool, mellow, potentially groovy even.
And what are all these miscreants doing coming to our abode?
Oh, you know, making arrangements, confirming, sorting running orders, negotiating payments.
And why wasn't I invited to perform at this inevitable debacle?
Donny, you were.
Aha, so now we get to the heart of... Was I? When?
Last year, when I said, do you know what, Donny? I think it's about time we had a Mayfair on the green again. And you said, well, you can count me out of that deranged fiasco for a start, young man. And don't be getting any ideas of me changing my mind later. Not for all the tea in China, not for 1,000 florins, not for 10 groats and a sheep, not for 50 quid and a pack of 20 menthols, would I engage upon entertaining the notion of performing at such an inevitable and foreseeable a calamity as that. Call it 20 quid and a percentage of the tickets.
Aha, again, so I am performing.
Donny, you're headlining and comparing the spoken word stage.
What? And when is this inevitable and foreseeable calamity exactly?
Tomorrow.
Then why are these people confirming so late?
Oh, you know artistic types. It's always last minute with these feckless...
Mervin Mule, wash your mouth out at once. How dare you bleep in my presence? And make me gasp twice in succession without even offering me a cigarette to make it worth my while exercising my lungs.
I think you've got more important things to worry about, like your set list for tomorrow.
Thrice! Right, where's the ashtray? I can scrimp together a rollie out of these dog ends.
And I'd better get around to Tom and Emma's for a chat, and then Mike, Trevor and Lucy's, and Dave's, and Anthony's, Jim's, Simon's, Jenny's, Barry's, Leslie's, Pete's, Big Pete's, Little Pete's, and Mary's, and Nigel's, and Anne's, and Chloe's, Katie's, Michael's, Ed's, Dan's, Daniel's, and Danny's.
You forgot Dan.
No, I didn't.
The other one.
Oh, right, yeah. And Oscar's, Abby's, Joanne's, Joanna's, Lindsay's, Jonathan's, Sean's, Stephen's, and Bob's. Back in a mo.
Well, I shall take your apology as implied. Right then, back to bed.
This is our last number. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. Okay, so we're good for time. And nearly done with the first band and only running an hour and a half behind. Donny! Good of you to join us, only an hour late. Still, it's a glorious day. Couldn't have asked for better weather.
Indeed, Merv, the gods have been placated. You clearly made the correct propitiatory offerings. I particularly like the maypoles and the enormous wicker oyster erected in the middle of the field.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a bit of Burning Man vibes, but with a lugubrious Essex coastal twist.
Indeed it is. Most suitable and not in the least bit risible or hilarious. I'm surprised to find you out here, away from the back of stage area. I thought you'd be in the thick of it, corralling the so-called talent.
Yeah, I was, but it was so loud I couldn't hear myself think. I better get back there in a mo, though, and you better get to the spoken word tent pronto.
There's a sizable group of all forms of life out there in that field, you know. Students, scene kids, hippies, families, mods, rockers. We're gonna be rolling in filthy lucre after this.
Yeah, I'm afraid not, Donny.
What? Why not?
This is a non-profit event. It had to be to get the council to allow it and fund it. Aside from the stage hire, tech hire, spot of catering and travel expenses for the talent, no money is to change hands.
Am I hearing you aright, Mervin Mule? You expect me, a man of my standing, my experience and unique talents, a doctor of the arts no less, to perform for half a stale sandwich, a plastic cup of flat lemonade and a fixed minimum £3 best fare to the end of the road?
Of course not. Here.
Oh, jelly babies! Right, Merv, you're on.
Like you say, the turnout's bigger than I expected, though. More than I'd hoped for. A lot more. Too many, in fact. It's going to get right out of hand. I know it. It's bound to all go horribly wrong.
Pull yourself together, Merv. It'll be fine. Just make sure you keep 'em entertained. What's that on your officious-looking clipboard there? The line-up? Anyone famous? Stalwarts of the hit parade? Shawaddy-waddy? Slade? Gary Glitter?
Well, we had some technical issues, so you've only missed the opening band, but no, they're all local. Part of the conditions of the fair, showcasing regional talent. Right now, it's the Peter Davison effect. Then we've got Bergerac and the Lovejoy reaction. Then Fat Farm Breakout. Felicity Kendall's Hot Thighs. Rubber Wigwam. Lost Ear Pod. Then It's My Turn.
Oh, yes. And which of your many musical travesties will you be unleashing?
What? No, It's My Turn. It's the name of the band. Then Godzilla's Titanic Dump. Sydney Sweeney's Sexy Sweatshop. Then It's My Turn.
They're doing an encore?
What? No, it's my turn. Me, Donny. Keep up. Then it's Brachiopod Conversion, Stop the Party, Reposted Dank Meme, Flat Battery in the Charge Points, Death Chad, Dark Forest Hardcore Metal Skull, then Bitch Mama's Sliding Wet Funk, and finally, the Rohedge St Andrew's Church all-female choir sings a tribute to the Wurzels to close.
Ye gods, Merv, really? You couldn't find a Wivenhoe band to do the Wurzels to end with?
I know, but they said they'd do it for no expenses if they could headline. The ferry's £2 a head and it's a big choir. And you can't go wrong with the Wurzels.
Blimey, Merv, you won't sell out. Your parsimony serves you well. Still, that's a lot of bands to fit in on one day.
Yeah, but most of them only know 3 songs, and their names have more syllables than they know chords. Most of the time's taken up changing over the drum kits and tuning up.
And the people will enjoy this, will they?
Well, it's hard to find bands that create new music these days. Everyone's a covers act or a DJ.
So, what are the great unwashed supposed to do during these takedowns and setups?
Ah, well, that's why we've got DJs to cover in between.
Oh, I don't hold with your modern DJs, Merv. They've all got names like DJ Driller Killer and DJ Funky, spelt PHUN-Q with 3 E's. Presumably the minimum recommended dosage for the so-called musical choices to be tolerable to the human brain.
Oh, it's okay. I've found a pair of alternative DJs.
More worthies of the local scene.
Yeah, DJs Pap and Faz. They're playing now.
And, that's what the masses want, is it?
It's a free gig, Donny. You get what you pay for, you get me?
Indeed I do. But free? What about my cut of the tickets?
You can have 100%. It's still nothing, I'm afraid.
Nothing?
Nada.
Zilch?
Zero.
Nout?
Naught. Anyway, here's the running order for the spoken word tent. I better get back to checking the next band are setting up. Get yourself over to that tent now.
Where is it?
It's at the opposite end of the field.
Well, that's miles away.
Then you'd better run. Don't keep your audience waiting any longer than you have.
You're right, Merv. Needs must. Right. Come on, legs. Do my bidding. Best foot forward and go. And we're off.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Hello, everyone. I think in the absence of our compere, we'd better get started. I'm Lilith, and this is my first poem. It's called My Magic Lady Cave. In my magic lady cave is a sacred space of mind, a holy mystery in which I alone can wander and explore myself through my inner eye and see that I am special, creative and powerful.
Here!
That's enough from you.
Oh!
Righto, ladies and gentlemen. Never fear, the doctor is here. Thank you to, Lilith QWERTY for holding the fort so thoughtfully. But yes, indeed, believe your very eyes, sir and madam, and assorted Is this it? There's barely a baker's dozen of you. And here am I, Don Fletcher Park, his dark satanic majesty himself, the prince of poetry, the Machiavelli of metre, the doctor of dippity, the sorcerer of scansion, the hierophant of haiku, the...
Give us a poem then!
That's more like it. Yes, you few. By popular demand, you all heard it. Here's a poem just for you. One I knocked off this very morning, in fact, following my morning ablutions. And given the rudimentary state of affairs at the facilities, rather, at festivals of this nature, one that is surely relevant to all and of the moment. Many will experience it, yet few will speak of it. So it's left to me. Here it is. I'd give it 5 if I were you. In fact, I'd give it 10. Unless you got a gas mask or can hold your breath till then. I'm not sure that it even flushed. I simply didn't dare to turn my face upon its grave and give the thing a stare. Imagine if it's lurking still. The thought makes me feel sick. But if you're going in there, perhaps poke it with a stick. Or maybe try the plunger if the thing's not going down. Just kneel beside the bowl, you can really go to town. It's like that movie monster from John Carpenter's The Thing. The force of extrication, well, it damn near made me sing. I mean to say it has to be most half my body's weight. And I can only put it down as something that I ate. So I hold you responsible. You've really got a nerve to stand here and complain to me. Now make that dung thing feel your wrath sting. Get a gunging and a plunging. Sort it out, young Merv. you. Thank you to those of you to whom it applies. Now, according to this small piece of paper I hold in my hand, it's time for... Oh, great Scott on a breadstick. Betsy Jane Custard. I thought you were eaten by a tiger.
I got better.
Fair enough. The floor is yours. Ladies and gentlemen, Betsy Jane Custard.
Thank you. My first poem, which I've written on this post-it note, is entitled Enema of the People. And it is about the way the government and all corporations are all establishment, bourgeois, capitalist, lackey, fascists controlling our reality. I hope you die, you corporate slags. You corporate slags, I hope you die.
Marvellous! So powerful! Such a clever use of inversion!
So now!
Such economy of language!
So thought-provoking.
Was that it?
Yes?
But it didn't rhyme or scan or anything.
Rhyme? It's the 21st century, Grandad Boomer.
But where's the craftsmanship of language? The playful linguistic contortion of meaning, the double entendre, the motif.
Motif? I'm not crocheting your initials into your handkerchief, Your Majesty, you fascist.
Steady on there. And I think you mean monogram. Well, since we've clearly got a bit of time left, got any more?
Yes. This next one, what I've written on the back of a packet of cigarettes, is called You've Ruined My Vagina.
No, it isn't. I mean, I think that's all we've got time for from Betsy Jane Custard, ladies and gentlemen. We're really pressed for time. After all, we did get off to a very late start and we are quite significantly behind schedule.
Because you didn't arrive on time.
No heckling, please, madam. This isn't a comedy tent. So, before our next speaker, a quick poem. And this is about youthful summer's innocence, from those blissful days before kids were all shutting doors all the time, wired into their play boxes and X stations. Playing football in the park, making fights when it gets dark, swapping stories for a lark, feeling like a grandee when purchasing some candy. Let's all go down the arcade before the Rozzers do a raid. We'll all get fizzed on lemonade, then watch some Andy Pandy with pockets full of candy. Dance to tunes on vinyl discs, so we'll see it take the risk. Old folks watch us with a tsk. They're jealous 'cause we're dandy when feasting on our candy. Grab our bikes and cycle far from noon till twinkle of first star. Pretend we're racing with a car with legs now weak and bandy. Who cares when you've got candy? Waking up with violent twitch to find you lying in a ditch. Youth is gone, but there's no hitch. Still feeling pretty handy with a touch of psycho candy. And next we have Les. What you doing here, Les? You should be minting it in at the counter of the newsagents, selling overpriced bottles of pop and ice cream to the tourists.
Well, I've written something actually, Don, and, I thought I'd give it a go.
You've written something? A go? Give it a... Well, what is it, man?
Well, it's a short story, Donny.
Story? Short? How short are we talking, Les?
Well, it's about 20 pages all told, but I thought I'd just read the first couple, if that's all right.
The first couple? What have you written, Les? Beowulf?
Oh, no, Donny, it's just a bit of prose.
No, prose is it now, Les? Hark at you with your elitist literati jargon. But will it be good enough for this discerning and quite obviously Guardian reading audience?
Oh, Oh, I hope so, Donny. It's from my days in the army. It was a pretty harrowing time for a young lad, not long out of basic training and who didn't really understand what was going on, transported to the other side of the world. It's about a time when I was trapped in a foxhole, pinned down by enemy snipers.
And did you survive?
Well, yes, Donny, obviously.
What a fantastic story, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. A round of applause, Les, folks, for our narrative news agent.
Thank you very much.
Moving swiftly on to our next speaker. But first, I believe we just have time for another poem from me. I've got crazy hair and darkened specs, sharp silk jacket and skinny kecks. My name's not Johnny and it ain't Tex. I'm Don Fletcher Park, baby. Once you've seen me, you will wonder if God's made a little blunder. I'd fit in the gap of an inch split asunder. I'm Don Fletcher Park, baby. You'll know me when I walk the street. My matchsticks, legs and outsized feet, mysteriously always neat. I'm Don Fletcher Park, baby. I'm unique and one of a kind. My poetry will blow your mind, so I won't creep up from behind. I'm Don Fletcher Park, baby. I've got the words, you've got the ears. It all works out, belay those fears. Rely on my advancing years. I'm Don Fletcher Park, baby. I've got the lines, I've got the spleen to fulfill your poetic need. Enough for any metered greed. I'm Don Fletcher Park, baby. I'm a doctor, let's not mess, and quicker than the NHS. My word injections relieve stress. I'm Don Fletcher Park, baby. I'll diagnose you without fail, relieve your symptoms with a tale. Who am I? Go on, hit the nail. I'm
Don Fletcher Park, baby.
Pathetic. I'm
Don Fletcher Park, baby.
One more time.
Don Fletcher Park, baby.
And don't you forget it. Next on, it's Cyril Mange. Now, you've got an anecdote you want to tell us, Cyril, about some leaves, haven't you?
Yes, Don, that's right. Shall I speak into the microphone?
Yes, Cyril, that will help.
And now, it's Rubber Wigwam.
No, perhaps it won't.
It all began in the autumn of 1983, or was it 7? And I said to my wife, Freddie, I said, that's Winifred, of course. I said, Freddie, have you seen my shoes? And do you know what? She hadn't. Donny, what are you doing here?
I am here, Mervin, to protest in the strongest possible terms about the noise levels from this stage. I demand that Mr. Rubber and his wigwam turn it down forthwith, immediately and pronto.
Rubber Wigwam? That was 3 bands ago. This is Godzilla's Titanic Dump.
That may be as it is, Merv, but your Titanic dump is entirely overwhelming. The majesty of the spoken word. No one could even hear poor Cyril.
Oh, did he tell the one about the leaves?
Of course.
Oh, that's Cyril. Hang on a minute. If you're here, who's looking after the spoken word tent? The fans of the spoken word are an ornery bunch when left without distractions.
All right, I left Mrs. Macready reading from one of the books. She's got the meeting out of the palm of her hand.
Oh? Which book's that?
Oh, what's it called? The one about the undead or some such.
What, Dracula?
No, the one about the Dead Nerds Convention.
Dead Nerds?
You know, the ones who like to dress up as cartoon characters. Comic-Con.
Comic-Con?
The Necro-Comic-Con.
The Necronomicon?
That's the one.
Mrs. Macready is reading from the Necronomicon, the grimoire of dark knowledge and rituals containing evil wisdom from beyond space and time?
Who even knew she could read Arabic?
But Donny, don't you realise? The Necronomicon? The audience won't understand her.
You're right, Merv. It'll be incomprehensible gibberish to them. A bit like your poetry.
Thank you. Anyway, I suppose it'll be all right. As long as she doesn't summon Cthulhu into the middle of the Mayfair.
Oh dear. Mrs. Macready has, it appears, summoned the great old one Cthulhu into the middle of the Mayfair.
Oh no! We don't have insurance for this.
What? You irresponsible fool, Merv. How could you be so devil-may-care as to hold such an event and not foresee the intervention of an interdimensional mythical being? Did you even do a risk assessment? Well, there's nothing else for it, Merv. It'll have to be a human sacrifice to placate the gods' wrath. And, as you are festival organiser, you'll have to go in the giant wicker oyster.
Oh God! Oh Jesus Christ!
Enough of these Edward Woodward-style Academy nomination aspirational histrionics, Merv. A virgin's sacrifice is what the gods demand. Probably. So a virgin sacrifice it must be.
But Donny, I'm not a virgin.
You're not? Are you sure?
Yes!
Well, I'm genuinely stumped, Mervin. This has certainly put an unforeseen slutty fly in the purity of the sacrificial soup.
Oh, I'm sorry you had to find out this way, Donny.
No. I should have expected this. I should have seen the signs. Always out and about on business till all hours. The sly looks you give to ladies of a certain age and height-to-weight ratio that you'll think I don't notice. The furtive investigations into the pages of the Freeman's catalogue.
I think we've got bigger problems on our hands, Donny. Cthulhu's unholy presence has sent the crowd into an insane frenzy, and they're rampaging in an orgy of destruction.
Don't change the subject, Merv. It's time you came clean. You owe me that at least, you filthy degenerate.
Cthulhu's coming this way. He must be able to smell the sandwiches. It's my turn.
He's nowhere near you, Merv. Calm down.
Not me, the band. It's my turn. They were just having sandwiches.
Not only that, he's eaten Dan.
No, he isn't. He's here. Hello, I'm Dan.
Not you, Dan, the other Dan.
Oh no! And now he's on course to trample the wicker oyster. That represents a significant proportion of our budget.
Very well then, Mervin Mule, keep your lecherous perverted secrets to yourself and help me prise this wicker oyster open.
Prise it open, but why?
Cthulhu is an octopoid-headed interdimensional sea dweller. The mighty oyster is therefore his natural and supernatural nemesis.
Of course, it all makes sense. As soon as his giant foot comes down onto its open maw, the oyster will snap shut, binding him in an inescapable mystical trap.
We can only hope so, Mervin. Simple, really. Too simple, perhaps, but we can only pray it will work. Then, once bound, you can read him some of your winsome, regionally focused pastoral poetry. And if that doesn't force him to reevaluate his presence in our dimension, I don't know what will.
Thanks. How about instead of that, when he's trapped in the wicker oyster, we burn it?
The crude limitations of your uninspired mind may have hit upon something there, Merv. But didn't you just say it cost a packet?
It's all right. I just remembered. It's council money. We'll just apply for more next year. Hey!
That's the spirit, Merv. Luckily, I happen to have my cigarette lighter handy.
Here he comes!
Right, quick, let's crack open the oyster.
Oh, it's no good, Donny. It won't budge.
Put your back into it, Merv. Unleash the inner handyman strength. The fate of humanity rests on this.
There, we've done it.
Well done, Merv. I knew there was no reason for me to get involved.
What? Weren't you pulling?
You're the muscle, Merv, and I'm the brains, as well you know.
Blimey, Donny, I pulled my shoulder doing that.
Oh, never mind about your shoulder. Cthulhu's mighty foot is coming down. Release the wicker oyster's jaws.
All right. It's got him. Now, Donny, set it alight.
Well, that seems to have done the trick. All's well that ends well.
What a relief. So, same time next year? Poets Day. Wivenhoe Mayfair was written by Damien Bell and performed by Darren Gooding and Damien Bell. Music by Darren Tansley, Stuart Armitage, Paul Willett and Damien Bell. Sound effects from Pixabay and by Damien Bell. Recording and sound engineering by Stuart Armitage. The play was recorded at Colchester Arts Centre and is an I Hear Voices Theatre Company production. And do you know, I'd quite forgotten that in the leaves was where I'd hidden the body. So I said to my wife, "Freddie," I said, "where do we keep the sulfuric acid?"
All right, Mr. Mange. You just come along quietly.